Injustice 2 just got its first patch update in nearly not 1, 2, but 3 years. Out of nowhere. What's up, guys? Dynasty, and yes, indeed. This morning, community went into a frenzy because if you were trying to play Injustice 2, you were met with a 15 gigabyte update seemingly out of nowhere and for nothing on the surface level. Now, it did not take long for data miners to check out the Steam DB, do a deep dive. What is going on? What is in this update? Turns out that this update is nothing more than a quote-unquote upsell button.
What?
Yeah, I know, kind of lackluster, but if you're looking forward to potentially seeing Injustice 3, some hope here, some optimism about to be given to you from your boy Dynasty. So with that said, let's break this stuff down, let's have some fun, and well, let's do a deep dive into this right here. Yeah, it did not take long for articles like this to start popping up all morning after this update went live. A new update for Injustice 2 seems to tease Injustice 3 is in the works at NetherRealm Studios. I'll let you guys be the judge. Now, the article starts off by saying, as a whole, pretty much just reiterating what we started off with here, this new Injustice 2 update doesn't do a whole lot to the popular fighting game. Even though it's around 15 gigabytes in total, this patch mainly just tweaks a number of features that were already available. However, as seen in the patch notes on Steam DB, I'm going to show you that in a second, 3 all-new files were added, some which might tease Injustice 3. From there, it goes on to say these new files that have been added to Injustice 2 are labeled as upsell in the game's patch history, which seems to indicate that NetherRealm Studios is preparing to add in-game ads of some sort to the title. While it might be hard to see how this involves Injustice 3, sometimes when developers are preparing to release new games, they'll advertise those new products within the confines of their previous titles. Assuming that this is a practice NetherRealm Studios might be looking to do for itself, it clearly seems as though the beginning stages of these in-game ads within Injustice 2 could point to a new Injustice project. Now, right here are the changed files in this most recent patch update, these 15 gigs that just went live this morning. As you can see on the very top, 1, 2, 3 in green, upsell button, upsell, upsell. Now, in case you've not really kept up with how these patch updates for these old games have been working lately, I think it was the summer of last year in the midst of 2020, Mortal Kombat X, after Aftermath got released, got another 15 gigabyte update just like this. And just like this article suggests, back then, the MKX title screen, the main menu screen, when you opened it up, you got met with this right here. Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath includes MK11 Combat Pack Aftermath. And again, this was in Mortal Kombat X. Here's another image. Main menu at the very top. MK11 ads in MKX while the game was already out. So, hypothetically, if they do announce Injustice 3, if they were trying to push some pre-orders, you know, wouldn't be too far-fetched to see that advertised post-announcement in their most recent Injustice game, aka Injustice 2. It all makes sense. Now, that is the story being pushed out by everyone. That is the narrative. Now, personally, I think that's pretty likely. However, let's keep in mind, just a month ago, they announced an all-new Injustice animated movie. Yes, I'm not saying that this could be advertising for the movie dropping very soon, but this could definitely be advertising for the movie dropping very soon. It seems like everybody forgot about that. So, is it Injustice 3? It could be. Is it the new movie? It could be. Cross-marketing, if there is an Injustice 3 game being announced at the end of this year alongside this movie, like, it makes sense, hand in hand. So, could be either or, but regardless, Injustice 2 this morning got a 15 gig update, which seemingly is going to upsell us something. Now, we do know NetherRealm is hard at work with their next project. I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago they just confirmed MK11 is, dead and buried with DLC and support. So, whatever this is, I'm excited to find out. Hopefully get news sooner rather than later. Now, before I go, want to say this video is being brought to you by G2A.com. In case you've not heard the news, you can no longer buy MK9 Complete Edition on Steam. However, using the link down below, you can actually purchase an MK9 Steam key from G2A.com, redeem that key from there after you buy it in your Steam account, and just like that, you got MK9 with all the DLC, even though it's no longer being officially sold through Steam anymore. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. It's the talk of the town this morning. I'm so intrigued to hear your thoughts on this. Let me hear it Love you guys. Thank you always for coming back and watching these update videos. Really does mean a ton. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one.
For years now, GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer, I wonder how y'all feel now. That was just a setup, watch it get real now. Okay, so me and Sub-Zero was born in 92, and lyrically I inherited all his fighting moves. A lot of y'all still lost, don't have the slightest clue. The truth disappears in the smoke as if you fighting new. So